Lost in the 50s, stealing America one car at a time. Day one, LA bound, here we come.
Yeah, you want to take it for a little loop?
Going down here with you?
Yeah, let's sit in the back,
Alright, well, day one here in Los Angeles and we're off to a flying start. Come over to visit a mate of mine, Jeff, and this is one of his pride and joys, his short and mini liner with Marge and baby cruising around the street. Okay, any takers? 1954 Ford, sides cut out, obviously used at some stage in its life as a tram for an amusement park or some sort of a thing like that where they jump on board. Holds probably, what is that, 20 people along the back. Oh, I see, yeah, cool. Hey, Ronnie, catch you later.
You gotta have the siren on though, buddy.
9 AM, one down, time to hit the LA highways. Now this is an exclusive. First time ever, Richard Tupper's magnificent collection in California. So get ready to drool because this is just sensational. Wow, check this monster out. 3 42 Seagrave fire trucks, chopped, channeled, buried, dropped, the works to come up with this absolute cracker. This thing's just sensational. Magnificent piece of hand-built art. Okay guys, Lost in the 50s Museum road trip. We're in Los Angeles. I'm here with my good mate Richard Tupper, and the car behind, some of you will recognise, this is the sister car of my 1940 Stretch Caddy Fleetwood back at home in Australia. And Richard and I both sort of got these cars together at the same time, and we would talk about them and have a bit of a yarn. And today, for the first time, I get to call in and catch up and actually lay eyes on it. And they're just, it's not, you know, they look like looking at my car in a different colour. Beautiful machine. It's hard for us to explain. Richard's one of the, he's a car guy, he's car crazy like all of us, but we're fortunate enough today to come and have a look at inside his sheds, which aren't open to the public, and I've got to tell you, it's just mind-blowing. And we're just going to wander across here to the right, and I'm going to hand over to Richard to explain this, because it's hard for me to get my head around.
He's pretty cool.
Come this way, forget that for a minute. Let's just, I'm going to duck over here in front of the camera. And I don't know what to say. I'm a bit lost for words, but you're now standing in front of a huge bug. Now, I don't have any words because this is about as magnificent a thing as I've ever seen, and on scale, it's bigger than most cars you could ever imagine. Now, Richard, I'm just going to let you have a quick chat to the people back at home about, because you built this by hand. Right. This is your baby. Right. 3 years? Tell them about it. I'd love to hear.
Well, I just needed leg room is what I needed. I drove a stock Volkswagen for a while. They have no headroom, no leg room. Being in the aircraft business, we make airplanes for a living. So making a Volkswagen should not be a big deal. I have all the equipment in the world. So I decided I wanted to make it 40% larger, but it puts you outside the white lines on the freeway, and the cops hate that.
Yeah.
So I toned it down to 40 so it can be usable, drivable on the highway. Well, it took 3,414 different details had to be built for it. But it was so cool because I was so precise on all the details. When it came time to bolt it back together, everything fit pretty nicely. It's absolutely functional. I used a Dodge Ram truck chassis, brand new. So it's got a Hemi in the front. I even built a phony 1200 for the back. so it looks proper. And
So hang on a minute, let me get this straight. There's a Hemi sitting in the front powers this thing,
right.
but you also built a 1200 to make it look like it's
So it looks proper. Yeah, the exhaust, actually the 1200 is just a muffler for the Hemi, but the Hemi actually breathes through it.
That's amazing.
The funny thing about it is, if you take it, you can't pick your nose when you're driving this, right?
No.
Because someone's trying to take a picture or scoot you off the road. You have to be very.
I imagine that it'd be like the driving down the road and suddenly it'd be take five. What was that? And then turn around and go after it to
That's
see.
what happened. It's the second look.
Yeah.
And they panic. People's jaw drop. It's quite unique to see out on the road.
And you've done all, and this is all built here. You guys, you and your son Scott and your crew.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Scott's company is Wicked Concepts. He does custom car work. I own an aircraft sheet metal company, so
You got it all.
It's a perfect marriage to build anything you want.
Well, we went out the back a little early and had a look at the workshop, and I mean, there's nothing. And I asked Richard that question. I said, "There's nobody you need to bring in." And this is what we talk about all the time back at home: the slow decline and the loss of that skill set from the old tradesmen. This is one guy who's made his career building planes. So, as he said, this is for him is not that big a challenge. Yet when we look at this, mind blowing to think what that would cost. And how many hours of labour alone would go into building something. And I've got to tell you, it's not just the build, it's the quality. It's phenomenal. It looks like it was factory built.
There should be a wolf on there to represent Wolfsburg. I tell people jokingly that I bought this in Ramsburg. It's the Super Beetle, and they sell them in Ramsburg, and they come with a ram on it.
There you go. So it's a German car built in America with a Dodge Ram Hemi and a 1200 fake engine in the back.
Correct.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there's your description of what we're looking at. We're just having a give you guys a little bit of an idea just how big this thing is. And Richard was telling us earlier that to get the convertible top up, like on the old boxes, you actually have to stand up and push this up because it raises about 14 foot up in the air, again because of the sheer scale and the size of the roof. But for you Volkswagen connoisseurs back at home, it's hard to pick a fault with the build on this thing. It's just mind-boggling. You see that, Ronnie? It just disappears up underneath. Look, he's gone. And Richard, what have we got on here? We've got a set of Excelsior radials, and they look to me like, how big are they?
They're 20 inch.
20 inch Volkswagen rims. They're the first.
Yeah.
That's an absolute first, 20
It's
inch.
difficult to see because it's kind of shaded, but you can see the motor I built for the
Yeah,
back.
yeah, you can. There's the 1200 sitting up the back. It's a little bit bigger than our regular 1200s. But yeah, it's really just remarkable. There is no other, and that's been proven here in the US. This is, as far as anyone knows over here, and all of the experts agree, this is the 1940 Chevy cab over engine, or the COE panel V. Now, as you know, there was the COE pickup trucks and the COE trucks, but no panel V. So it's going to be painted up in Harley Davidson colour, the full trim. It has every single original piece for this truck. It will be the rarest of rare trucks, and you guys are seeing it first. Nobody else has seen this come out. As we look around, one of Richard's funny lines is that he's a V8 man. So you look up on the roof, there's a plane, it's got a V8 in it. You look around over the back there, there's an old farm-all tractor, got a V8 in it. I hate to ask what's in the bumper cars, probably V8s, who would know? Small V8s. So we've been very lucky today. We've seen the COE, we've seen the huge bug, and we've seen, for me, one of the loves of my life, the Cadillac Stretch Fleetwood, which is just magnificent.
And a giant blue Jeep that's not finished.
Oh, yeah, the big willies. Ronnie,
That'd
just
be a
get a quick
great
shot of
place.
that across through there in the middle of the workshop. It's as big as Ben Hur. Have a look at that thing. Unstoppable Willie's Jeep, full army specification truck, another one of Richard's. And we'll come back in a few years' time and see that on the road as well. It's just,
You'll come back by Christmas time. I swear, after building a round Volkswagen that's a basketball, basically, there's no flat surfaces on here.
that's an easy one. It's all
We
square.
can do that this weekend.
Yeah.
It could be finished if you actually gave it a little effort. So
Fantastic.
it's flat. That's what I'm going to do. No more round cars.
Yeah.
Just flat square like milk trucks
Yeah.
and little square delivery trucks and stuff like that.
Oh, mate, pleasure. Thank you so much. It was
pleasure.
great to catch up. And what a place. I mean, our guys at home they're going to see this and just going to go, who is this guy?
Who is this crazy guy?
You know, he's not going to open the door for everyone that comes through, but I'll tell you, maybe I might bring a few of the boys over for a little tour, and we'd love to catch up with you if we can.
Absolutely. You're
You're a
welcome
good man.
anytime.
Great talking to you. Thank you.
Where the bloody hell's Jenna gone?
No, you cannot buy the huge Bolsey. The huge bug's not for sale. The Jetsons car's going back to Australia with me.
And the
The
Jack
59 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz has got 2,000 miles on it. I can't even look at that, but the great thing is that the Seagrave truck, I'm going to take it to a car show on Saturday. Happy day. Have a look at this. And we're just about to walk out, and Richard said, oh, by the way, I've not only got the huge bug, but I've also got this chop bug, which is a tiny little dumpy version, and it's just delightful looking thing. And I mean, as you know, let's call it a huge bug. And look what we've got here, including the dummy, the baby bug. Yep. Got the bus ticket, heading downtown LA. Here's our ride for the day. I give up on this bloke, Richard Tupper, everywhere you turn. This stuff just drives me insane. This is his one of his little fun things parked outside the building, just sitting here. Miniature bus. Can you see me and Will cruising around Cameron Park in this? Black Hill down to the museum and home. What a good deal. Mini bus, love it.